little differently, and I'm gonna do it in front of my glitter wall. I hope that this makes it a little bit easier to see and we don't have any issues with focusing. So these are the products that I have already previously decluttered to my 8-year-old daughter. And I'll give you a brief overview on why. This is the Lauren Conrad Bullet Lipstick in the shade Shell. You'll have to forgive me. She's destroyed some of these. So it's a really pretty color, but I just found myself not reaching for this lipstick. I have this color several times over in my collection. I got it in a subscription box, and I kind of felt like if I was gonna reach for this color, it would be with a different brand. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I have this Makeup Geek liquid lipstick. It's the Healing Lip Gloss in the shade Pink Bubbly. And I decluttered this to my daughter, and then I went and I bought another one, not realizing it was the same one that I decluttered to my daughter. So why did I declutter this? I don't know. I just didn't find myself reaching for it very much. But now I have one and she has one, so hopefully I use it. And then I have this oh my God, Misty, get down. Misty. My cat wants to help. Girl, get your butt out of the camera. I have this Sol de Janeiro. I don't know what this is. It's like just to be like a lip balm type thing. It's pretty sheer. This is in the shade, whoops. So I don't know if this is a lip balm. I think that's what it's supposed to be. This is in the shade Keep It Rio. I have no problems whatsoever with this shade. My issue is that it kind of smells like coffee, and I don't like the scent of coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't care if other people drink it. Like, more power to you. Do what you want. It doesn't bother me at all. I just have never liked it. I used to manage a coffee shop, and I still never developed a taste for it. But this is in the shade Keep It Rio, and so I just passed it along to her to see if she would use it, and I'm pretty sure we'll end up having to toss it soon because I don't think she's using it very much. And then this is a Belle and Argent bullet lipstick. It's really gorgeous. I love the little detailing on here. It's a great color. I don't know what she's doing to these. I think she's putting the lid back on without putting it back, like twisting it back down. So this is a nice shade. It's one that I definitely wear. It's in the shade 3 Plays. However, I found myself highly annoyed by how bulky this packaging is. Like, this is not something that I can just throw in my purse. I carry like a little crossbody, so this was not working for me. So based purely on packaging alone, I decluttered it. I have this Mary Kay lip product. I don't know what lip line this is from, but it's in the shade Tawny Nude. Again, this is a shade that I very much like, but I'll be honest, like, I did not love the formula. I legit only placed an order because my cousin's wife sells Mary Kay and I wanted to support her. I'm not super in love with like how sticky the formula is. So it was not something I found myself reaching for. And if we're being honest, my daughter does not like sticky lip products either. So she accepted it because she liked the color, but I'm pretty sure she will also be decluttering it soon. Moving on to single shadows, I have this one from Il Makiage. And this is in the shade Shopaholic. It's actually very pretty, but I just found myself, if I was gonna reach for a single eyeshadow, reaching for ColourPop, and it felt like it was going to waste. And she really loves these, like these kind of colors to play around with, so I figured she'd probably get more use out of it. Like, the compact is very nice, very well made. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, I missed a lip product. I thought this was for eyes. It's lips. It's Illuminati Liquid Luxe Lip Gloss. And again, she thinks the packaging is cool, so that's why she took it. I'm not in love with a purely yellow lip product. And the packaging annoyed the crap out of me because, like, if I put it down in a organizer, it didn't fit in the lipstick organizers. It fell over constantly in the other ones, and I don't keep my stuff in a drawer for the most part. So I just, even if I was going to use it or review it or keep it, I had nowhere to store it that made sense, so I got rid of it. Another single eyeshadow product is the Cover FX Shimmer Veil in the color Soleil. This was purely a preference, makeup preference. At the time that I did my last declutter, my preference was never to use a liquid eyeshadow. It's actually really pretty, and I have quite a few liquid eyeshadows now, so if she changes her mind and wants to get rid of it, I'll probably take it back from her. I really like that color. And then real quick, I just have some Super Shocks. So I have Moonwalk, and I'm gonna swatch all of these Super Shocks in my singles video if that's not already up yet. The only reason she has Super Shocks is because I either had duplicates or they came in broken, and then ColourPop sent me a replacement. So she has Moonwalk. I got a Vault, and the Vault had one of these in it. So I kept the Vault one because it had pink packaging, and then I gave her the original one that I had. And then this one is in the shade Dream Lover. This one came broken. This one is in the shade Coconut. This one came broken, and ColourPop was kind enough to send me a replacement, and my replacement came broken, so I gave up at that point. And each of my daughters now has one of these, I think in the blue packaging, and then I think mine is in the white packaging, but don't quote me on that. Then she has the shade Dream Lover again. Because we ended up with another extra. And then she has the shade DGAF. Don't give a flip, right? That's what that means, right? If my 8-year-old asks, that's what that means. So she's really hard on her makeup anyway, so if it's broken, it's not a big deal because she's gonna make a mess and probably break it anyways. Then for cheek products, she has a matte Super Shock cheek in the shade Over Dramatic. I'll be honest, I don't know if it was this color or the formula, but I did not love the matte Super Shock cheek. Maybe I need to try it one more time, like in a different color, but this was not for me. And I gave her the Rapunzel cheek product from the Disney Designer Collection. This one is Coronation, which is the pressed powder highlighter. I don't know if it got hard pan or what, but I found it really difficult to get like any real color payoff on my cheeks. The blushes were very hard pan. Like when I got them, I think they were too hard pressed, or maybe they'd been sitting around for a minute. I think my husband got them from the Disney store and not from ColourPop, but I can't remember for sure. But once I kind of worked through the hard pan of the blushes, oh, I said Rapunzel. This is Aurora. Once I work through the hard pan of the blushes, they actually are very pretty on the cheeks, and I did declutter them to her, but she never touched them, so I took them back to see if I could work through the hard pan, because when I originally decluttered them, I didn't know what that was or how to fix it. And so yeah, I took them back. She's fine with it though. I give her plenty of makeup. And she got to keep Sleeping Beauty. This one's like one of the prettiest ones. Gave her my Beauty Creations Cali Glow highlighters. I just found myself not reaching for these. I have these shades in similar face palettes or singles, and I just seem to like the formula better in those, but these, they're not bad. They're fine. They do what they say they're gonna do. They give you some glow. Moving on to palettes, I have decluttered to her. I decluttered my Tartist Pro palette to her. So I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think, and this was like my holy grail palette for the longest time. It's what really helped get me like into trying different things with makeup, like with my eyeshadow. I didn't love the shimmer formula in this, but man, I used the crap out of Classic there as like a transition shade for all of my palettes when I didn't know what to do. But I have the Tarte Man-Eater palettes. I have both of them, the black one and the white one. And combined together, it basically makes up this palette without the shimmers. So I didn't feel a need to keep this. This one I got in a BoxyCharm. This is from Cab Cosmetics. I just didn't find myself reaching for this ever. It's kind of a warmer color story. She likes the purples and these chocolatey browns in the palette, so I figured I would let her just go to town. And that was the Day and Night eyeshadow palette. Next we have the Hello Charmer palette from BoxyCharm. I did enjoy this shimmer swipe up and full size. Oh, I think this is more of like a pressed glitter, but they're nice. Like they're not bad, but I just didn't find myself really feeling this color story very much. It's not a color story I enjoy a whole lot. And she really loves anything sparkly, shimmery, especially if it's pink or purple, so she's had a blast with this one. Next, I have the OPV Beauty London Spotlight eyeshadow palette. I just didn't find myself reaching for this very much. I found myself, if I wanted neutrals, I had other neutral palettes I liked more, and if I wanted blues, I had other blue palettes I liked more. I don't remember any specific complaints about this. I just kind of remember being meh about it. Like, not bad, not great. I also was a little less experienced with eyeshadows when I first got this palette, so that also could have something to do with it. If she hadn't already like had her way with this palette, I may try it again, but we're gonna let this one go. So I have this Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I think that's just the name of it. I don't see any specific like shade color or collection color. So this is just like your basic neutrals and then a face palette and some brows. And I didn't love this formula very much. Now, again, this was like one of the first more higher end or less drugstore priced products that I got for myself. And I didn't quite know what I was doing with makeup yet, but I think the last time I used it, I was more experienced and still didn't super love the formula. So she absolutely loves this palette, so I'm gonna let her keep enjoying it because I rather someone enjoy it. I have the Ciate London. This one is the Velvet palette. I got this in a Boxy or an Ipsy. I can't remember which one. And I did not find myself super loving the shimmers in this palette. Like, it's so pretty in the pan, but I didn't really enjoy it on the lids. It's very understated, and that's not really, if you know me, that's not me in makeup. There's nothing about me that's understated. But she really enjoys these, and they're not awful. It's just it's not me. And this one, I'm pretty sure I got from a BoxyCharm. I don't think it was Ipsy. I definitely did not purchase it for myself. It's Violet Voss, and I want to try the Violet Voss formula, but let me tell you what. This was not it. This color story, I like that coral pop color, and I like the champagne, but I just don't find myself reaching for this. When I think of something bright, I usually think of like my Nomad palettes or a ColourPop palette, and I just didn't find myself reaching for this. Finally, these two were actually surprisingly difficult for me to declutter. I have the Frozen and or the Anna and Elsa Frozen 2 palettes. This is actually a great formula. I know some people were confused about the color story or didn't like the pressed glitters. I like everything about these palettes. This one's definitely more warmer and this one's cooler, so I did definitely dig into Elsa a lot more than Anna. But I like both of these. I like all the looks that I came up with for these, but I just don't find myself reaching into them very much. So it kind of felt like, because she is a huge Frozen fan, it would make a lot more sense for her to have them. And so as hard as it was to let them go from my collection, I'm happy that she's able to enjoy these. So that's it for the stuff that I have already decluttered to my daughter. All right, and that's gonna wrap it up for today's declutter. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up for me. And if you'd like to see more makeup and beauty content from me, hit that subscribe button and I'll have more coming at you. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.